Hello, everyone. This is Cassandra Good reporting to you live from home office here in Albany, Georgia. And today, this is just so much has been going through my mind the last couple of weeks, guys. I just really. Hello, everyone. Cassandra Good reporting to you live from my home office here in Albany, Georgia. And today, I just want to talk to you about being a newbie, coming online for the first time, or even if you're offline. But mainly, I want to talk about coming online. Now, this video, I'm going to try to make it as short as possible without getting emotional behind it because I really had an emotional couple of weeks due to several factors. But my main concern is those people that are coming online now and trying to find their path to be able to create a home-based business or even to create a home-based business income from home. You know, there's several things that I want to talk to you about, and I hope you listen very carefully. Before you start a home-based business, you must understand that it takes discipline to do so. So if you've ever been a supervisor, you already know what a portion of discipline has to involve or what it entails. So you pretty much know how to organize yourself and work through detail, what have you. It's just a little bit different, but it can be done, and many of us do it. What I want to talk to you about being a newbie online, let me say this first. I don't like hype. I detest hype. I can go as far as the little four-letter word of saying I hate hype. Why do I hate hype? Because it gets people emotional. It gets them emotional beyond reasoning. It gets them emotional beyond comprehension. It gets them emotional beyond what they would normally do in a normal situation, in a normal capacity. It takes them out of the norm. And so the reason why I say I hate hype is because as soon as somebody snaps into the hype, 2 or 3 days later, and that's on an early sense, sometimes it takes a person a week, but 2 or 3 days later, that person is second guessing what they've just done. That's what happens when you move on hype. But when you move in and you make a decision to join a business model based on the facts, based on the abilities that you have that goes along with that business model, the transition is very smooth and the focus that you have is very coherent. You're able to move in a fashion that will be productive normally within a shorter period of time than a long span when someone's dealing with hype and their adrenaline is going based on emotion. You always hear people say, don't make any emotional purchases. Don't do something because you're upset, or don't do something because you just want to, you're happy and you're celebrating. But make sure that you have a plan of action and you're consciously doing something that you can match up and successfully know that you're going to implement and you're educating yourself about. So enough of that. The next thing I want to say is, when you join a business model that you feel you're in tune to, that you have a passion for, the products and services are becoming to you, and you know that you enjoy them. This is something that you can share without a hitch. By all means, study the products, study the services. A lot of people coming online now are still on jobs. They're still in jobs, or they still work whatever hours they work, whether it's 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, and in some cases I'm hearing 16 hours. It's a lot of hours throughout the course of the day when people are working. So it is imperative that when you start, you make sure that you take a little bit of time. And my thing is, I like to tell my team, take at least 15 minutes per day and go into your business model, whether it's a website or whatever it is that you actually have purchased into, software, download, whatever. Take 15 minutes a day and go in there and learn something new about that particular business model. Why am I saying that? Because this becomes a conversation piece. You are, at first you bought a product, okay? But now what you want to do is make sure you become a product of the product. And the only way you can do that successfully is to take some time and go right in there daily and learn something new about that business. Have striking new conversations when people ask you, hey, what business are you in? Why do you like it? How long have you been there? What intrigued you about that business? Why did you join that business? Why are you sharing that business? Why are you sharing that business at this level, this capacity? Who else do you know in that business? Can you give me some testimonials about the people on your team? Can I speak to any of them? All of these questions you'll be able to answer like that without a hitch. And then when they say, well, what's the best product? I see you have 3 or 4 levels. What's the best product? Go through each one of them. Don't just go to the high scale. Go through each one of them. Let your people decide what it is that they connect with, because the success will come through with the connectivity. They might not be all gung-ho about the $300 level. If there's a $300 level, they might not understand. It could be Instagram training. It could be whatever training it is. They might not be excited about that, but they might be excited about the $100 level that's Twitter. Or they might be excited about email marketing or e-sign marketing. They might be excited about how to create a website. You never know. Whatever it is, allow them to tap into the level that you have, any of the levels that you have to offer, and find their passion. When you find their passion, you know this is something that they'll be able to do every single day without feeling weary, without feeling like they're tired of doing that. They know that they're getting, when I get in there, I got, 30 minutes a day I can be consistent with. I can go and I can email people in my 30 minutes. I can take 15 minutes, go on a website. I can take 15 minutes and go and connect with several people that have sent me an email, and I can reverse email to them and share what I have with them, and I can strike up a conversation with them and build a relationship, a meaningful relationship. See, the problem is when people come online, they're so flooded with hype because people emotions are designed around hype. How are they designed around hype? Because they know the average person, average now, the average person has more month than they do money. So they hit them with these subliminal messages and these wonderful, wonderful subjects. And so you can open that email and they hit you with these wonderful subliminal capture pages that mesmerize you. Oh, and you're like lights, camera, action, and I don't know where to go. And the next thing you know, they're conversating with you. When you're sold on hype and no one shares the actual products, be careful. I'm going to say that again. Be careful. Because even though we all are in this to create a lucrative income, to create a comfortable income, but there's so much you can talk about money. There's not but so much you can say when it comes to money. But there is a lot that you can say about products and how you love using them and what they bring to you, how you're able to implement them, how you're able to share them with other people, the impact that they're having with other people. It's a difference. And I know so many newbies that come online. I am So saddened to hear so much people maxing out credit cards, people doing. Listen, focus, find a business model that you're comfortable with. Find a marketing platform that you're comfortable with. If the person that is bringing you into a business is not sharing different marketing resources, these are questions you need to ask before you actually join the business with them. You need to see how much resources they actually have to be able to help you coming out the gate. You need to make sure that they're going to help you. I'm seeing so many. I could care less if you're making $1 million a year. But are you helping others do the same thing? I see a lot of hype. I see a lot of glory meme. I see a lot of stuff. But at the end of the day, if you're giving tools to your team to help them and encouraging them, making sure that they understand that this is not press a button and whoop, I sit back and the money happens. It doesn't work like that. And let me be clear. Everybody learns a different capacity. So you might have to help one or more than one time. You might have to send a few emails. You might have to send a video a couple of times. You might have to listen to their concerns a couple of times. It is our duty as leaders in the industry to make sure that when we see new people that come online, that we arm them with the best tools possible. And you newbies, I need you to take your time. People sharing this with you and sharing this with, I want to show you something. Let me see if I can show you it. I can't show you it. I'm sorry. This video, I didn't include the capability of being able to share my actual screen. But I actually sometimes ghost Optin. What I mean by ghost Optin is I have not two websites. I have two accounts that I just opt in to see how someone's flow is, to see how they're writing, because I'm still learning how to write good ad copy. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm still learning how to write good ad copy. So I'll ghost in, and I kid you not, every other day there's a different product that several people that have opted into these different lists, and these are bigwig people, millionaire people, six-figure people. Every other day they're selling a different product. Now, where does a newbie come into that? If you don't know, you will be buying a product every other day. But when you do find out and you wake up, you realize all I'm doing is I'm putting money in their pocket. I'm not learning how to put money in my pocket. I'm not learning how to set up a business. I'm not learning how to build this business, because every time you turn around, there's a new business opportunity that's being sent to you. Well, how can you learn? Now, I'm not going to say I'm the brightest kid on the block, but I'm not dim either. Nowhere near it. I consider myself very fortunate and knowledgeable in some areas in certain capacity. But if you send me a business on Monday and I spend $197, not trying to be funny, I'd be damn, I don't want to see something on Wednesday for $247. And then Friday, here comes a special, $47 to come in and $100 a month. They're just keeping you on a cycle. They're keeping you on a cycle, on a loop, on a loop. Every time you turn around, you're paying, you're paying, you're paying. But have you actually learned anything? No. So newbies, take your time. This is about you. This is about your life. This is about what you want to accomplish. Remember, ask questions, interview. What do jobs do? They don't just hire you. Oh, come on in. We'll try you out. No, they interview you to make sure that you're a perfect fit for that job. So you interview your mentors, your sponsors, to make sure they're a perfect fit for you. Make sure that they will tend to your needs, your desires, what's going on with you. Now, in a normal capacity, I'm not saying go and be a bugaboo. What I am saying is making sure that they'll help you, they'll guide you, and they have the tools and resources to help you get to where you want to be. Now, I will say this. You need to focus. You can't have the shiny object syndrome. You can't be bouncing all over the place. If you see 10 businesses within a week, decide what your price point is, who you should be under as far as mentorship. That means that you're supposed to be interviewing those people, whoever you're interested in and whatever business you're interested in, you need to be interviewing those sponsors. You need to make sure that they're a perfect fit for you and your needs of what's going on. You need to make sure that they have the resources for you to help you at least start out the gate. I'm not going to say they have the cure-all, but at least be able to help you get out the gate. And 4, you want to make sure that you're being consistent with that business, whatever chosen resource that you want to use that they're sharing with you. You want to make sure that you're consistent with it. I'm not talking about to do something for a week and stop. The rule of thumb, even though the internet has speed, it's fantastic. I love it. It is fast. It can produce instant results. We see it every day. But if you're not willing to commit 1 full year to a business, you need to turn off the computer. But if you're like me, you log out of all your windows. You CC clean everything. Shut it down for the night. Go think about what you really want to do. Get your mind in gear to make that commitment. Now, I hope I helped someone, if not some people. But you need to really think about this stuff, guys. We are in the age of the entrepreneur. People are waking up all across the globe and realizing my job is not as secure as I thought it was. That position, the contract is getting ready to end. I'm going to be out of a job by the end of the year. Blah, 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 blah. Make good decisions for you, your family, and make sure that when you make that decision that those 4 components that I told you about, they connect well with you so that you can be successful. Okay? I hope that's helped you. I really, really appreciate you taking out the time and listening to me this evening. This has really, really been on my heart. I see a lot of stuff going on. But if you just follow these tips, I assure you from the bottom of my heart, you will find success. You will not be left astray. And you'll be in a better position than you ever thought you could be. Okay? Well, that's Cassandra Good. I'm reporting to you live from my home office here in Albany, Georgia. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll speak to you later. Bye for now.